Yes. Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hey, okay, I think we're ready. You set?
I am all set. Let's do it.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Steve Mapes. If we don't know each other, I'm on the executive team at FMLS. So thank you very much for your time and welcome to this week's edition of our Technology Vendor Spotlight. And if you haven't done these before, I think this is our sixth week of them. Each week we are featuring one of our technology partners that all of our FMLS members have as a member benefit. So there's no upsell, there's nothing you have to buy, nothing extra that you have to do. These are tools that already exist in the FMLS toolkit that we are using this webinar series just to educate you on. So this week we've invited our friends at RatePlug, which is a great tool. It's already included and integrated with FMLS, and I'm going to turn the keys over to Rob from RatePlug and let him do a brief demonstration. If you have any questions, there's a Q&A section on your screen. Feel free to type those as we go. I'll be answering those. And then at the end, we'll take the most popular questions or frequently asked questions, and Rob will answer those live. So take it away, Rob. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it, Steve. Thanks very much. Yes, thank you, everybody, for joining us this afternoon. We'll keep this pretty concise. The beauty of our technology is that it's very simple, especially from your point of view, as far as what you need to do to utilize it. But what I'm going to do today is just kind of go through a couple slides, more of a static demonstration of how RatePlug is incorporated into the FMLS, the matrix system, how you can access it once you do, what you can do as far as sharing the technology with your home buyers, and the benefits of how the program works for you, your lending partners, and your home buyers. So again, we'll keep this brief. We'll answer some questions at the end, and I will direct you at the end to a website if I go over stuff a little bit too quickly, which I tend to do after being caffeinated. You can access our website to get more information, and ultimately it'll be the website to enroll. And then I'm also going to give the controls over to Steve a little bit later, and he's going to show you where you can access the enrollment process through the matrix system. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's the panelist. Steve's brave enough to show his camera. I've been at home working for 6 weeks, so I look like Tom Hanks from Castaway. So I'm not going to do that today. But I'm the marketing director here at RatePlug. I'm one of the partners, family-owned business. My brothers and sisters and I started the company about 19 years ago. We come from a lending background. We were a retail lending company, worked with thousands of agents in Chicago where we're based. And through those experiences of trying to work with agents and provide value to our relationships, we came up with this technology I'm going to show you, and we got out of the lending side, so there's no conflict of interest, and we're strictly a technology company. So just real quickly, kind of give you a little bit of background of what the genesis of our thoughts on creating RatePlug was. The stats you're seeing on the top of your screen here are statistics from NAR. First one being that over 90% of home buyers are doing their property searches online, probably even more so now with the current environment with the COVID-19 problem that's going on across the country. But I think everybody nowadays is utilizing technology for just about everything. It's not just homes. It's going to be restaurants and cars, you name it. They're going to go on there and do their searches online. But it was the second bullet that kind of really illustrated a need for us. 3/4 of these people, when they're looking at homes and they find a house they like, there was no way for them to get information about financing easily. They'd have to exit out. They'd have to do a search on the internet, and who knows where that's going to take them. They could end up in a competitor's website, a Zillow, or they could go to a lender's website that you don't know, or it's a kind of a bait and switch lender. There's just so many variables out there. So we saw a niche there, and the solution was to incorporate lending information, live lending information, into MLS displays, hence the name RatePlug. So that's where we came up with this concept about 20 years ago. We're currently in about 73 of the largest MLSs across the country, including FMLS is one of our larger partners. And we've got more than 14,000 of your colleagues down there are using the program. So it's been vetted out, and they're seeing a lot of value in it. And hopefully after today's session, you will see it as well. So just, a little bit of temp of humor. Obviously today's, environment, not only work-wise, but personal-wise is touchy. Everybody's, doing what they can to have a positive attitude, and people are impacted in various ways with the COVID issue. But even to exacerbate the problem even more, there has been a big refi boom. So you guys may have not seen your lenders or heard from your loan officers in a while because they've been busy, worrying about rate locks and closing loans and all that other fun stuff. So RatePlug, as you'll see, is a perfect tool to help weather these type of environments. And going forward, it's a perfect tool to really simplify and keep information flowing to your home buyers that's valuable, that they need. You don't have to worry about them actually making contact with an LO. Information is going to be flowing to them through your endeavors through the RatePlug program and the matrix system at FMLS. So real quickly, how does the RatePlug system work? It's such a simple process. We've already integrated our technology into the matrix system, as Steve had mentioned. It's an opt-in program. It's running behind the scenes right now, and even now, and Steve will show you this at the end here. If you click on, there's a little blue house with a percentage sign on the property listings that are generated to the system, you'll see a sample RatePlug report. It's static rate information, but that exists now. But that's more or less just to show you guys what is available, and you can sign up through that process, through that interface, which Steve will show you later. But until you actually do opt in, let us know that you want to be part of RatePlug and tell us the lenders that you want to work with. And that's a very key thing I'll go over in more detail in a little bit. It's just that static display that you're seeing, if you click on that icon. Once you do opt in to RatePlug and your lenders are in the system as well, the information flows directly to your home buyers when you send listings to them through the MLS. It's a very simple process. So I'll show you what that looks like. There's really three areas of this system that I'm going to show you. Mls Displays being the big one. There's a marketing arm to this, flyers that we have for you, and there's a dashboard. So I'm just going to go over those real briefly. So within the MLS system, again, this is in the instance if you decide to opt into RatePlug and you enroll online and tell us the lenders you work with, and you're then active. When you send property reports to your home buyers, just as you already do every day, I'm sure, you can select a report that has been customized to include lending information. It's called Buyer Full with RatePlug. It's going to have all the look and feel of your current property reports that you're used to using every day. But the difference will be at the bottom here. There's an iframe that we have built in that displays lending information. I'll blow this up for you. Now here's a little bit larger view of what put yourself in the home buyer's shoes. They're at home in their pajamas with a cup of coffee, and it could be 5 in the afternoon because nowadays everybody's at home in their pajamas. But they're at home looking at these properties and they're liking the specific house you sent them. Looking at this display, what they are seeing is a variety of different mortgage products offered by your lender. That's the key to this thing, is that only your trusted lending sources that you tell us you want to have displayed are displayed. We're Switzerland as far as lending. You're never going to have some other agent's lender on there. You're never going to have some big box lender that you have no idea who they are. It's only going to display Tim Smith from ABC Mortgage, if that's the person that you trust to get deals done. It's going to be the lender that works with you. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that this is a single lender display, meaning there's just one loan officer here. You can display multiple loan officers, and I'm going to go a little bit more into detail on that a little bit later. But back to the customer experience. They're sitting at home. They're seeing almost to the penny what monthly payments for various mortgage products would be for the house they're looking at. Now it's going to be everything from your vanilla products, your 30-year fixed, your ARMs, but we have the ability to display niche products for specialty type scenarios such as FHA, VA, USDA, which is a zero down program. We have the ability to kind of scrub the data to show the mortgage products that apply to the property. It's a great tool where if something's a USDA eligible property, I'm not sure if you're all familiar with USDA, but that's zero down payment, perfect idea for a first-time home buyer. So we can display those variety of different programs on there from your lender. And if you look at these numbers, and it's a little bit blurry, I apologize for that, but you can see that the home buyers not just seeing, a $400,000 purchase price or whatever this house may be. It's saying for each of these different products, the monthly payment, which includes the principal and interest, it includes the taxes, any assessments, any private mortgage insurance if they are saying they're putting less than 20% down. We incorporate all that data, which would be part of that monthly payment, in this display. So they're really getting an idea of affordability when they're looking at the house. And they can take it a step further. This is all interactive, so they can personalize their mortgage here. They can change the down payment scenario. They can change what they think the purchase price of the property may be, and it's going to refresh this information to display accurate payments. So in essence, they're really customizing this experience to fit their financing needs. Now, in addition, this is kind of a soft introduction to your trusted lending sources. It's not, somebody doesn't have to take that step to call someone or meet them in person. They're interacting with that person's mortgage information, but they can reach out. There's a couple different ways they can either email the loan officer through these links here. They can click on Learn More and go to the loan officer's landing page or website to learn a little bit more about them. They can even ask to get pre-approved. Pre-approval is obviously pretty big nowadays. You don't want to be jumping in a car and looking at houses for $1 million houses with somebody that can really only afford a $500,000 house. I'm sure you guys want your buyers to be pre-approved. Most people, if they have not done that, you want them working with your lender. So this is a great way to begin that process through this form that they're getting on every property they see. So again, from the consumer's perspective and the lending value for the loan officers you work with, they're now being displayed on the properties that you send to the home buyers. Now, one thing I do want to point out is the way our system generates these reports, it's based on whoever the agent is that's logging into the matrix system to do this property search. So for instance, if you're logging in and you pull up 15 properties that meet your home buyer's criteria, and you send those properties to the home buyer, every one of those properties is going to show this mortgage information. It doesn't matter if it's your listing or not. Since you're logged in, it's going to show your lender's information. It's not going to show the listing agent's lender's information, just yours. It's all keyed on who is logging into the system, doing the search, and distributing those properties. So that's a big point about that. So in addition to that custom report that I told you that has that larger display at the bottom, there's other ways to send this if you don't like that report. We've also incorporated a simple link, and it's this little blue house with a percentage sign that says view live mortgage information. It's also in the buyer facing reports that are buyer full with documents, buyer one page, and buyer short. So either of those options, you can send those reports to the home buyer, and they're going to have access to that mortgage information and the features that come with it. So as you can see, you don't have to learn any new technology. You don't have to log in any systems, remember passwords, any of that stuff to do what this does. You're simply sending properties to your home buyers through the system that you already are using every day. The only difference is you just need to select one of these different reports. So it's a very simple process for you to utilize this technology. Now, that was the MLS side. As you can see, very simple. It's all automated. Once you're in, it's done, out the door, and good to go with your customers. As I mentioned briefly, there's a marketing piece to this as well. Everybody's got flyers, I know, out there for open houses and things of that nature. We're no different as far as the ability to have that. But some of the features of our flyers are a little bit different. The first one being ease of creation. Since we already have MLS data and we're going to have the lending information from your lenders, it can literally create these flyers in a matter of seconds. And these are just a couple templates just to kind of show you the look and feel, all the pertinent property data, pictures, where you incorporate that mortgage information, co-branded for both you and your lending partner. Again, you can choose multiple different templates, change colors. You can work with your loan officer to kind of develop what look and feel you want. But these are very easily created. And behind the scenes, stuff you don't think about, but very important, is the compliance aspect of this. Over the last number of years, there's been a number of rules that have been pushed upon the real estate industry, such as TRID payment tables a couple of years ago. And prior to that, there was a big thing about archiving displays, which was the FTC MAP ruling. RatePlug does all that for you. So we're going to protect you, the broker. We're going to protect the loan officer. Any one of our RatePlug displays, whether it's that MLS display I showed you a couple slides ago or any one of these flyers, we take a screenshot of it and we save that for 10 years. So if there's ever any type of scrutiny, we can provide you with that information to use in your behalf. So all that compliance stuff is great to have, and we take care of it all for you. Now, in addition to these kind of static, we call them static flyers because these are ones you either print out and put on a table or you just email a PDF. We have a brand new feature, which the timing couldn't be more perfect. We call it our new virtual property flyer. And this is an online flyer. So for every one of your listings, you will have access to a link that we will send to you via an email. You'll get from us whenever you list a new property. You'll get a link from RatePlug saying, here's your new virtual property flyer. You click on that link and it opens up a landing page that we've created for your property. And again, since I'm doing static screenshots, it's probably hard to see all these details. But this is a landing page that we've set up for your property that's going to co-brand you and your lender. Again, all the pertinent property information, pictures, they can scroll through. Even if there's 100 pictures, they can scroll through them all. The interactive mortgage information is on there. All the features as far as requesting pre-approvals, things of that nature. But this is ideal for virtual open houses and a way to keep fresh information in front of your home buyers. If you email one of these links to your buyers, it doesn't matter when they click on it. Whenever they do click on it, it's going to pull all fresh property data as well as all fresh lending information from your lender. So it's a way for them to have something in their inbox. If they want to, email it to their wife or husband, they can do so. And every time they click on that link, it's going to update if there's been a price change, or it's going to update mortgage information if there's been a rate drop. So it's a real great way for you to provide this information in a non-piece of paper form to your buyers. Now, again, there's a lot of little bells and whistles on this that we're in the process of kind of building this out. We just launched this actually last week. We're adding things such as the Google data, such as schools and restaurants and all that other fun stuff that people like to have on their flyers. We will have that in here. We're also working with Showing Time, a very large vendor out there, where we can incorporate this into their technology and provide this information to buyers through their interface. That's phase 2, but this is right now. Phase 1 is this online template that you'll have available day 1 for you to share with your buyers. So one other feature I want to touch on before I kind of tell you where you can go for more information, and we'll let Steve show you the matrix interface, and then we'll answer some questions, is an agent dashboard. Now, this is a feature that you don't have to use, but it's a great way to manage your RatePlug account. For all the stuff, the MLS displays, the flyers, you don't need to log in anything. As I mentioned, there's no new technology, no new passwords that you need to learn. But if you want, we do give you a dashboard where you can log into our system. You have access to your listing information, but you will have control over your RatePlug account. By that, I mean you can add lenders, you can remove lenders, you can request certain flyers from your lenders, you can post your listings on social media. You can probably do that already right now, but where our difference is that it includes that payment information. You can also view the special financing information. So if you list a property and you don't have one of those flyers in front of you, you can log into your system and say, okay, this property I just listed is USDA eligible. That means I can tell buyers, hey, there's a 0 down payment program for you. So a great source of information to share with your home buyers. Again, this is optional. We give you your password. There's no cost to this. It's just another feature that you get for being part of a RatePlug. So just to kind of wrap up the benefits for you, if you want to participate in this program, as Steve mentioned, it's already part of the suite of services that you guys get through your membership in FMLS. There's no upsell or additional cost for you to participate. Now, there is an asterisk there. There's always an asterisk. And down at the bottom, we want to be as transparent as we can, just to let you know that while you guys don't pay anything, we do charge the lenders. The lenders that you want to have displayed, we do charge them to keep their information and manage their accounts and display the information in the MLS and on the flyers. A very nominal fee. Just to give you an example, I was a loan officer for 10 years. I would have loved to have this, 10 years ago. We have a package that is for unlimited agents. They can work with as many agents as they want. Cost is $468 a year. There's even a monthly payment option, so it's very inexpensive. Some of our competitors, quote unquote, out there that do some similar things. Nobody does the displays in the MLS though, just FYI. They're more expensive, so it's definitely something that your loan officers will find of value. And where else are they going to get displayed in an MLS? No other, tool out there offers that. So there is, we wanted to be transparent, let you know that lenders do pay that cost. Second bullet, we've done some data examination in some of our MLS partners across the country. And what we did is we took a pool of agents that are using RatePlug. We can see their data from when they list a property to when it goes to contract. And we compared them next to the other agents in that MLS that are not using RatePlug. And when you compare the two silos of information, what we discovered is that the agents that have signed up a RatePlug and are using it to send the properties with the payment information on it are experiencing a 15% shorter time frame from when they list a property to when it goes to contract. Now, how do we explain that? Hopefully you saw that when you are introducing homeowners to finance information and to a credible lending source early in the home search process, it's going to get them opening up about questions. It's going to get them thinking about their own financing as opposed to just looking at houses, buying, then contacting a lender. There's more opportunity for problems to happen if you try to cram everything in a short time frame. Our interface gets that home buyer involved with a lender that you trust early, gets them kind of going through that process of getting comfortable and asking questions, and that will hopefully eliminate the snafus that tend to cause closings falling through down the road. So that's what we attribute to that. Third bullet, again, which is kind of the secret sauce to our technology, is that we only display the lenders that you say you want to display. You can display multiple lenders, as I had mentioned. It says up to 3. That's just how many you can display. You can have 10 in here, and we'll just rotate them in. But most of our agents that sign up have 1 or maybe 2. This is a great program, just FYI, for any brokers out there that have any in-house lending company. You can display that in-house lending company and then allow your agents to display one of their own LOs as well. Just a real fair, equitable system to encourage fairness in showing lenders out there. Fourth bullet, obviously, you have access to the flyers and the new virtual flyer, which again is perfect for today's work environment. The compliance protection is all included as well. And we kind of touched on early, and hopefully you're seeing it throughout the presentation, is it's tough to learn new technology. You don't have to do that with RatePlug. You're simply enrolling, telling us the lenders you want to work with. We take the ball from there. We contact the lenders. We get them trained, all that other fun stuff. And then when you're sending out those property listings, as you're already doing, you just need to choose one of those reports that has the RatePlug display, and you're good as gold. So it's a very simple process for the agents. There's no training you have to do, but you can obviously always reach out to us if you join, and we can help you through some stuff or answer some questions or give you best practices. We'd be happy to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to give the control over to Steve just to show you the matrix interface. But there is a website that we have set up for you guys specifically. It's www.rateplug.com/FMLS. And you can go there and see, a lot of this information I've showed you. There's some frequently asked questions. There are green buttons all over the place that say sign up. So it's one way to do it. And as I'd mentioned, you'll tell us the lenders you want to work with. We take it from there. But now Steve's going to show you another way to sign up, which is already embedded into your matrix system. So I'm going to go ahead and make Steve the presenter. So let's shift that over.
Okay, thank you, Rob. While I get my screen set up, could you repeat what you said about how a lender signs up, what the cost is, and if they can support multiple agents?
Absolutely. So again, the way the lender is introduced to us is through your referral. So when you sign up, you tell us the lenders you work with. We reach out to that loan officer, tell them that you're interested, explain the program, get them signed up if they choose to do that. So some lenders may not. They may have some other program. That's okay. But if they do, we get them trained, incorporated. The cost for them to participate, again, it's not a per agent basis. So they can work with you. If they work with other agents, they can work with them for the same cost. Our base package is $468 a year. We do run promotions every now and then where the cost is even cheaper. But again, they get all the bells and whistles. There's no upticks or upsells for the features. They get the flyers, they get the the MLS displays, all the other fun stuff. So very affordable from a loan officer perspective as far as tools that are out there and the benefit it gives to them to get in front of home buyers. Thanks, Rob.
And thank you, Katrina, for the question. Okay, so can you see my screen, the FMLS homepage?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just start in Matrix, since everybody's in Matrix, as you said, every day. And I'm just going to go grab the hot sheet and randomly pick a listing. So here's one way that you can get to your rate plug. First thing, at the bottom of the listing, this is not my listing. This is somebody else's listing off the hot sheet, but you see the live mortgage information. Simply click that. Now, I'm not an agent, so I can't sign up for this personally. Let me zoom in a bit, but I clicked that that get rate information back here at the bottom of Matrix, and it opened up this new window. And this is a sample of the report that Rob showed. So if I already had set up the lenders that I want to work with, they would display here. If I had one, it would display here. The first time that you click that button, and you can do it now. Some of you I can see are doing it as we speak. Right up at the top, it says this is a sample report because you haven't essentially opted in and you haven't picked your lending partner. So all you have to do is click this big red click here to add your partner lenders, and that will take you directly to the RatePlug enrollment sheet. If you don't know your FMLS agent ID, you can give us a call. Support will help you 6 days a week. But I assume if you're already in Matrix, you know what your ID is because you logged in. It's the same one. So once you do your login, this is going to ask you a series of questions that Rob described. Other than yourself, your license number, does your broker have an affiliated lender? If I say yes, I can put the affiliated lender information. If I don't know, I can check that. If the brokerage allows other lenders to participate and I have one in mind, I simply click yes, and I type the lender's information in. And that, as I understand it, Rob sends an email over to the lender saying that Steve Mapes or Rob or Sally Agent wants you to participate in this program, correct?
That's 100% correct. And then our sales team will also reach out via phone just to see if they have received the information, if they have any questions.
Okay, good. So that's really all you have to do. You can click live mortgage information in Matrix, and that will take you to click here to add your partner lender. So that's one way.
If you don't mind, I just want to point one thing out. You know, if they click, can you click on that link one more time just to go back to that sample lender? Now again, this is just to show you guys functionality. You don't want to share this with a home buyer because it's static information. It's not really for the property. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, good point, because I'd never set this up as an agent. So a couple of other places that you can go. Most of you are familiar with the products page. If you click the products tab, you can scroll down and you'll see RatePlug on that screen. Click it, and that will take you essentially to the same place that let me zoom out a bit, to the same place that we were just looking at. And here's the FMLS agent, so it knows that you're one of our members. Just to reiterate, there's no cost for this. And if you click the agents learn more, it will take you to that next page. Back in your FMLS homepage, if you need more information, click support. Contact support, that will give you the phone number, which I did post over in the chat, 404-255-8660. FMLS customer support is still working. We haven't stopped working 6 days a week. We are here for you, so feel free to call us anytime if you need help. We also have live chat and email support 6 days a week. So that's one way that you can get help from us, in addition to the information Rob put on his slide about calling RatePlug. Another thing under the support section is knowledge base. If you don't know about this, there is so much good information out here about all of our technology partners, and there's one here on RatePlug. So I can click that. Takes me directly to the RatePlug informational page. And that's it. Any questions that have popped up, Rob, that we need to answer?
Let's see here. Let's open the question tab. I can see you answered one or two there. Is lender membership for okay? One question is lender membership for a firm or an individual loan officer? It is on a per loan officer basis because, again, that's that affiliation model. If it's a specific loan officer you work with, you don't want I don't think you need a relationship with their entire company. It's the affiliation based on the one-to-one relationship, the loan officer that you work with, and one agent. So let's see here. Is there any way to see if my preferred lender is signed up already? Good question. The way it would that works out is if you enroll and opt into RatePlug and tell us the lenders you want to work with. If your lender is one of our active lenders, and it's all based off of their email address, if you hit submit, you'll get an instantaneous email back from us saying you're active, because that loan officer is already in the system. Now, we did have a question from our first session where somebody said, well, what if my loan officer doesn't want to participate? Is there still a way to participate? And the answer is yes. We do have what we call a preferred lender list of all the lenders that are participating, but we use that as a second tier option. What we want to do is, obviously, the benefit of the program is to build a relationship with your lenders that you trust and want your home buyers working with. So we want to reach out to them first. If they don't want to participate, we'll be happy to share. If you still want to be part of RatePlug, we'll be happy to share that lender list with you after that point to allow you to pick 1, 2, 3, as many lenders as you want from that. So that's just kind of a backup for that. So let's see here. If my affiliate lender is already on board with RatePlug, how will you know? Again, it's part of that sign-up process. You'd still put their information in, and then it'll tell you through your confirmation that you are active with that lender. How are we going to be notified if my lender does not want to participate? To add another one, yes. We do keep you in the loop through the whole process. So if it takes us a week or two to finally connect with your loan officer and explain this to them, we're keeping you notified behind the scenes via email that we're reaching out to your lender. Obviously, we would love it if you want to reach out to them and just say, hey, just so you know, I did talk to them. I do want to work with you through RatePlug. That helps, but you don't need to do that. We will reach out to them, but we will come back to you. Let's say for some reason your loan officer doesn't even respond to us or doesn't want to. We'll come back to you and say, Sebastian, we tried to get Bob from Wells Fargo to enroll. They didn't respond and have not been responsive. So we can continue to try, which we will do, or you can refer another lender. So we will give you those options. We'll keep you in the loop, and we'll work with you to get you up and going. Another question. Can I add or edit lenders? Yes, that's part of that dashboard functionality that I showed you, where if you log into your RatePlug account, you can add and remove lenders through that interface. And that is the end of those questions, Steve. Okay.
Well, listen, I want to say thank you to Rob. You're a great partner. This is a really fantastic program. We love the fact, first of all, that it doesn't cost our members anything, that it's accurate and updated information, and there's no concern about consumer data being taken and used in any purpose other than what the agent directs. So thank you for that. Thank you for doing these sessions, and to all of our members, thank you for attending. I will continue running this series every Thursday as long as you keep attending. So next week, we've invited Katie Smithson from Cloud CMA back. She was with us maybe 2 weeks ago on their HomeBeat automated CMA program, and they have just come out, or they will be launching next week, a virtual listing presentation module within the Cloud Suite program system. So next Thursday at 1 o'clock, we haven't sent out the invitation yet, but look for that email, and that's another program that costs nothing. And in this new virtual world, you've got Remine Pro virtual showings, virtual open houses, and now we're going to launch the Cloud CMA virtual listing presentation with their built-in CMAs. So there's really good stuff. I hope this helps you. We are here for you. Without you, we are nothing. So your success is our success. If there's anything that I can do to help you, my email is smapes@fmls.com. Please send me an email. I'm glad to help you. Call support anytime. And we wish you and your families the best health and good luck during this strange time. Thank you all. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Steve. Good luck to everybody out there. Again, thank you for your time. Steve, I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but we did record the session, and you are going to be posting a recording later where members can access this. So again, thank you.
We'll put this on the FMLS YouTube channel tonight.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
All right. Have a good day. Bye.